Hello everyone, welcome to my channel JG Edu Center. So in today's video lecture, we are going to discuss class 10th maths practice paper for term 2, which is released by Directorate of Education. So this question paper is a must for all those students who are appearing for the 10th board exams. So let us start with section A. The first question is, the curved surface area of a cylinder is 264 meter square and its volume is 924 meter cube. Find the ratio of its height to its diameter. So what all is given in this question? CSA of cylinder is given as 264 and volume of cylinder is given as 924. And we have to find the ratio of height to diameter. That means we have to find H ratio D. So let's see how we are going to solve this question. First of all, we are going to write the expression for CSA of cylinder. Now we know that CSA of cylinder is 2 pi RH. So we are going to write CSA is equal to 2 pi RH, which is given as 264. Similarly, we are going to write the expression for volume of cylinder. So volume is equal to pi R square H, which is given to be 924. So we have written these two expressions. 2 pi RH is equal to 264 and pi R square H is equals to 924. Now we are going to divide these two equations. So if we are going to divide volume by curved surface area, then we can write this as pi R square H upon 2 pi RH. Pi R square H by 2 pi RH, this will be equal to 924 upon 264. 924 by 264, and on cancelling this, on this side pi will cancel out, H will be cancelled out and 1 R will be cancelled out. Similarly on this side, if we are going to cancel it by 2, so it will be 2 4s are 8, 2 6s are 12, 2 2s are 4, then 2 1s are 2, 2 3s are 6, 2 2s are 4. Then again it will be 2 2s are 4, 2 3s are 6, 2 1s are 2, 2 6 are 12, 2 6 are 12. Then we can cancel it by 11. 11 2s are 22 and 1. So it will be 21 and this will be 6. And 21 by 6 can be cancelled out by 3. 3 7s are 21 and 3 2s are 6. So here we have obtained R in the numerator and 2 will come in the denominator. So R by 2 will be equal to 7 by 2. R by 2 will be equal to 7 by 2. 2 and 2 will be cancelled out and R will come out to be equal to 7. So R is 7 meter. That means diameter D is equals to 2R, which will be equal to 14 meter. So we have calculated the diameter of the cylinder as 14 meter. Now we need to calculate the height of the cylinder. So to calculate the height, we can substitute the value of R in any of the relations. Means either you can substitute the value of R in CSA or in volume. So let us substitute the value of radius in CSA. So 2 pi RH is equals to 264. So it will be 2 into 22 by 7 into 7 into H is equal to 264. 7 will be cancelled out and H will be equal to 264 by 2 into 22. So this will be equal to 2 1s are 2, 2 3s are 6, 2 2s are 4, and on cancelling by 11 it will be, the final answer will come out to be 6. H, the height of the cylinder, will come out to be 6 meter. Now in the question we need to find the ratio of H and D. So H by D diameter is equal to 6 by 14. And we can reduce 6 by 14 in simplest form as 3 by 7. So the ratio of height to diameter is 3:7. This is our final answer. Now there is an OR part in question number 1. The OR part is a 20-meter deep well with radius 7 meter is dug and the earth from digging is evenly spread out to form a platform 22 meter cross 14 meter. Find the height of the platform. Now in this question we are given that there is a well whose radius and height or depth, you can say, has been given. Now we have digged the well and the soil, the earth from digging is spread in the form of a cuboid. This platform is in the shape of a cuboid whose length and breadth are given and height we need to find out. So length breadth यहाँ पे given है. Length of the cuboid platform is 22 meter and breadth is 14 meter and height we have to calculate. Now the point is that here the logic used will be the volume of the earth dig out will be equal to the volume of cuboidal platform. जितना भी हमने soil उस well से निकाला है, the volume of that soil or that volume of earth that is dig out will be equal to volume of cuboidal platform. And what is the volume of this earth dig out? This well is in the shape of cylinder. So we can simply write that volume of cylinder will be equal to volume of cuboidal platform. Volume of cylinder will be equal to volume of cuboidal platform. Now volume of cylinder is pi r square h. We can use capital H for the height of cylinder, because here we have to calculate height of platform also. So for cylinder we can use capital H and for platform we can use small h. So pi r square h will be equal to cuboidal platform की volume कितनी होगी? L into B into H. Now substitute the values. 22 by 7 into R is 7. So into 7 into H is 20. This will be equal to 22 into 14 into H. This 7 and this 7 will be cancelled out. 22 will be cancelled out. And H will be equal to 7 into 20 by 14. H will be equal to 7 into 20 by 14. So 7 2s are 14 and 2 10s are 20. So H will come out to be 10 meter. That means height of the platform is equal to 10 meter. So this is our final answer, 10 meter. Now next, question number 2. Find the value of k for which the equation x square plus k in brackets 2x plus k minus 1 plus 2 equals to 0 has no real roots. So in this question we have been given an equation. And we have to find out the value of k for which this equation has no real roots. So first of all we should know what is the condition for no real roots. So the roots will be not real when the discriminant is less than 0. So the condition for no real roots is d less than 0. So let us first of all see the equation. Equation is x square plus, just open the brackets now. It is x square plus 2xk plus k square minus k plus 2 equals to 0. Equation is x square plus 2xk plus k square minus k plus 2 is 0. Now let us write the values of a, b and c. A is the coefficient of x square. So A is equals to 1 here. B is the coefficient of x. So B will be 2k. A is 1, B is 2k and C is the constant term. So C here will be k square minus k plus 2. So we have written down the values of A, B and C. Now let us calculate the discriminant D. So D is B square minus 4AC. And since we know that D is less than 0 for this question, so we are going to write the condition B square minus 4AC is less than 0. So let's find out B square minus 4AC. So B square will be 2k whole square minus 4 into A is 1 and C is k square minus k plus 2. This will be 4k square minus 4 in brackets k square minus k plus 2. So B square minus 4AC is 4k square minus 4 in brackets k square minus k plus 2. Now we can take 4 common. So on taking 4 common, it will be 4 bracket k square minus k square plus k minus 2. So k square and k square will cancel out. So this will be 4 in brackets k minus 2. This is B square minus 4AC. Now we know that B square minus 4AC is less than 0. That means 4k minus 2 is less than 0. Which implies k minus 2 is less than 0. Which means k is less than 2. So we have calculated the value of k. For this question, k will be less than 2. So k less than 2 is our final answer for this question. Now next question number 3. In figure, PQ and RS are two parallel tangents to a circle with center O and another tangent AB with the point of contact C intersecting PQ at A and RS at B. Prove that AB is equals to AD plus BE. So here figure is given. This is a circle with center O. PQ and RS are parallel to each other and are also the tangents to this circle. Now there is one more tangent AB. This is another tangent AB which is intersecting the circle at point C. And it is also intersecting PQ at A and RS at B. And we have to prove that this AB, this tangent AB is equal to AD plus BE. AD plus BE. Now if we look at this circle, then from point A, from this point A, two tangents are drawn to this circle. One is tangent AD and the other is tangent AC. So AD and AC are two tangents which are drawn from an external point A. Now we have a theorem that tangents drawn to a circle from an external point are equal. Tangents drawn to a circle from an external point are equal. So using this theorem, we can say that AD is equal to AC. So we are going to write down first step AD is equals to AC. And the reason will be tangents drawn to a circle from an external point are equal. Tangents drawn to a circle from an external point are equal. Similarly, if we take the external point as B, if B is the external point, then these two tangents BE and BC will also be equal. On similar reasons, we can say that BE will be equal to BC. Tangents drawn from external point are equal. So we have got two equations, AD equals to AC and BE is equals to BC. Now look at this tangent AB. AB tangent can be written as AC plus BC. AB can be written as AC plus BC. Now in place of AC, we can substitute AD because AC is equals to AD from equation 1. So in place of AC, we can write AD, and similarly in place of BC, we can write BE. So using these two equations 1 and 2, we have got this relation AB is equals to AD plus BE. Hence, we have proved this relation. Now next, question number 4. In the given figure, find the value of L. This is L. So figure is given. Values are also given. This is 60 degree angle, this is X, this is 5 meter, and this is 1.3 meter. And we have to find the value of this L. So we are going to use some trigonometric ratios. For example, this angle is given to be 60 degree. Now if we calculate sine 60 degree, sine 60 degree is equal to P by H. Sine theta is equals to P by H. That means sine 60 degree is equals to P. What is perpendicular? Perpendicular is 5. And H hypotenuse is L. So sine theta is equals to P by H, which is equal to 5 by L. And in this question, theta is 60 degree. That means sine 60 degree is equals to 5 upon L. Now we know the value of sine 60 degree, it is root 3 by 2. So root 3 by 2 is equals to 5 by L. That means L is equals to 10 by root 3 meter. The value of L is 10 upon root 3 meter. Now next, question number 5. Find the mean of children per family from the data given below. Find the mean of children per family from the data given below. So this is the data which is given. Number of children and number of family. The values are given. And we have to find the mean of this data. So here, since the values are not too large, so we can simply use the formula of mean as sigma xi fi upon sigma fi. So mean will be calculated as sigma xi fi by sigma fi. So let us create one more column of xi fi. So we are going to redraw this table. So this will be third column xi fi. So xi fi will be 1 into 5, 2 into 11, 22, 3 into 25, 75, 4 into 12 will be 48, 5 into 5 will be 25, and 6 into 2 will be 12. So these are the values of xi fi: 5, 22, 75, 48, 25 and 12. And on adding this, we will get the answer as this will be 187. Sigma xi fi will come out to be 187, and sigma fi will be 5 plus 11 plus 22 plus 12 plus 5 plus 2, which will come out to be equal to 60. So mean will be sigma xi fi by sigma fi, which will be 187 upon 60. So this will come out to be equal to 3.13. The final answer will be 3.13. The mean here in this question will come out to be 3.13. Now in question number 5, there is an OR part also. The OR part is find the class interval having class mark 18 and class size 10. So we have to find a class interval. That means we have to find the upper and the lower limit of the class interval, which is having class mark 18 and class size 10. Now since class size is given to be equal to 10 and we know what is class size. Class size का मतलब है upper limit minus lower limit. So upper limit minus lower limit is equal to 10. So this is one relation, upper limit minus lower limit is 10. And similarly class mark is given to be 18 and we know what are class mark. Class mark means upper limit plus lower limit upon 2. So upper limit plus lower limit upon 2 is given to be 18. That means upper limit plus lower limit will be equal to 18 into 2, 36. So we have got two equations. Upper limit minus lower limit is 10 and upper limit plus lower limit is 36. Now on solving these two equations, we will get the answer. So here we can use substitution method for solving this. From equation 1, upper limit will be equal to 10 plus lower limit. Upper limit will be equal to 10 plus lower limit. Now substitute this value of upper limit in equation 2. So this will be 10 plus lower limit is equals to 36. 2 into lower limit is equals to 36 minus 10, which is 26. That means lower limit is 26 by 2, 13. So lower limit comes out to be equal to 13. And therefore upper limit will be equal to 10 plus 13, which is 23. So upper limit is 23 and lower limit is 13. That means the class interval can be written as 13 to 23. We have an alternate solution also to this question. Whenever for any class interval, class mark and class size are given, then we can now substituting these values in b square minus 4ac. So b square will be minus 2 in brackets mp plus nq का whole square minus 4, a is m square plus n square and c is p square plus q square. This will be equal to 0. Now next step will be, this will be 2 square 4 and in brackets it will be mp plus nq whole square minus 4 in one bracket m square plus n square and another bracket p square plus q square. This will be equal to 0. Now we can take out 4 common. On taking out 4 common, it will be mp plus nq whole square minus m square plus n square into p square plus q square. This will be equal to 0. Now expand the identity. This will be equal to m square p square plus n square q square plus 2mn pq minus this will be m square p square minus m square q square minus p square n square minus q square n square. So this will be m square p square plus n square q square plus 2mn pq minus m square p square minus m square q square minus p square n square minus q square n square will be equal to 0. And here these terms will be cancelled out. ये m square p square और ये minus m square p square cancel हो जाएगा. Similarly n square q square and minus n square q square will be cancelled out. So we are left with minus m square q square minus n square p square and this plus 2mn pq. This will be equal to 0. On taking minus sign common, this will be m square q square plus n square p square minus 2mn pq equals to 0. Now this can be written in the form of an identity. ये आइडेंटिटी है a माइनस बी होल स्क्वायर की, वेयर a is mq and b is np. So this can be written as mq minus np whole square. mq minus np whole square will be equal to 0, which means mq minus np is equal to 0, which means mq is equal to np. Hence we have proved this relation. This was to be proved, mq equals to np, and we have proved this. So that's all in this video lecture, in which we have discussed section A of this practice paper, which is a very important practice paper released by Directorate of Education. So in the next video lecture, we are going to discuss section B. Thank you so much.